What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and of course, I am coming at you guys because we're going to be talking reprints in this video. Yes, we have reprints announced for Dragunity Drive, the uh, our structure deck for the Dragunities. And I know a lot of people love when we get a structure deck because the one thing people are obsessed about, and myself included, are the reprints. Ooh, what reprints do you potentially think could come in our structure decks? We've seen some very outstanding reprints um, for the Charmer Familiar Possess structure deck. And I'm actually very surprised because evenly matched? What? That one still shocks me, even now. So these may not all look as good as evenly matched reprint. Reprint of Golem of Witchcraft Golem or Ruru. Excuse me, but I wanted to see exactly what the reprints are right now that a lot of people are like, oh wow, that's getting reprinted. I might pick this up just in addition. So first off, if it wasn't already seen here, with its nice, lovely reprint in the OCG, we have Call by the Grave in the Storm Dragon's Return. The next setup of reprints is Gravity Collapse in Red Reboot. And then the last reprints are the Strudel, the Lost Dragon fronts for Son, and then the Stars leads Sephrin. So yeah, those are the 6 reprints that will be coming. Now let's actually just talk about them all individually. So first off is Call by the Grave. This is a great quick play spell. Getting rid of dealing with hand traps, dealing with monster effects going off in the graveyard, just dealing with a lot of nasty effects. And I personally see this card coming to as a reprint. Um, yeah, like that is like bananas. Like, oh my god, that's really crazy. They're gonna reprint Call by the Grave. And it's not a bad reprint either. I enjoy Call by the Grave for all it's meant for. And then I honestly think that we're going to see some potential reprints later on. I actually was curious about the next card over, and that's the Storm Dragon's Return, because I may have heard or seen the card. I probably don't know what it did. So I looked it up. And I would not be surprised because I think this is foreshadowing to another reprint that the structure that could potentially have. You banish one monster. You target one banished monster. You set something to the field, and then you return it to the hand during the end phase. You only activate one Storm Dragon's Return per turn. And because of where it stands, I believe that the next reprint to be announced for the structure deck will be Tempest, the Dragon Ruler of Storms, and Lightning, the Dragon Ruler of Drafts. Just because of the fact that that's Tempest right there. That's Draconex's image right there. This is the area where both Lightning and Storm. No. Tempest and Lightning are both, residing in. That's their area. And I honestly think at this point, to never be shocked about a reprint, and it's not a shocking thing to know that this could potentially be reprinted in the structure deck because it's Dragunities, they're dragons, they have tuners, they have dragon monsters that are wind, and Tempest can help that out. So yeah, that was something I'm not too shocked about, but I would be very excited just to see a reprint of Tempest. Now let's move on to Red Reboot and Gravity Collapse. Oh, excuse me, Gravity Collapse we haven't seen in a minute. Gravity Collapse is a normal trap. It's a counter trap card. You activate it by sending one face up synchro monster you control to the grave to negate and destroy your opponent's summoned monster. Then your opponent cannot summon a monster until the end phase of the turn. I know I'm reading that off, but it says activate by sending one face up synchro monster you control to the graveyard. Then when your opponent summons a monster, negate the summon of that monster, then destroy that card. Then your opponent cannot summon a monster until the end of the turn. So pretty much this is negate the summon. It's like a weaker Solo, if anything. And funny enough, this came out of Star Trek Blast, which that set has just so many cards in it that constantly get reprinted because they've not done a special edition for Star Trek Blast. I know a lot of like prints of Star Trek Blast got really expensive because of the set not being printed. And also, mind you, this was also during the tail end of the Synchro era, and a lot of the Synchro stuff really got good. Like it really, really got good. Even though some of the cards were a little lack, there was some really good support cards that I honestly say, if we're given the second try, we could see massive potentials in support. However, this card is also getting reprinted next to Red Reboot, which is just an optimally better situation because Red Reboot's ability will negate your opponent's trap card, force them to set a trap card from their deck, and then they can't play any trap cards, activate any trap cards until the end of the turn. The crazy thing about that is that if you have a deck that does Radical Removal, spelling trap cards, this pretty much just laughs at your opponent. Like, oh, okay, you're going to play this trap card, but then I'm going to activate mine to counter yours, and then force you to place your trap card on the field. You can't play them till the end of the turn. And then while I'm in the process, I'm just going to stomp face. And then blow up your background. Because I can do that. And literally what this is. So yeah, I feel bad for Gravity Collapse because you're also coming with Red Reboot. And it'd be nice to get a Red Reboot reprint. Like, who wouldn't want one, right? Right. So, then the last two cards of reprint, um, you know, Strudel, the Lost Dragons for Sun, and Starly Sephiroth. Starly Sephiroth kind of gives me the feeling that we're gonna get a decent enough dragon monster that's light or dark, and then have it in the structure deck, as well as the ability to, um, retrieve those monsters. Because I do have this card here because I was reading up on its effect. And getting a dragon monster from your deck to your hand that's levels equal to the total of the original monsters being sent to the graveyard, not bad. Because you can just send off some tuners and then go get a big guy. Or you can send off, to get a little guy. Like, it's that good. Um, to be playing around with. It's like, you have some get a level 8 light or dark dragon from your graveyard put into your hand scenario. So you're not doing too bad. You have your options. You have some really good enough options. Now this Strudel on the other hand, the Strudel or Destroyo, the Strudel, that's Strudel. Yeah, this card, if this gets reprinted, I'm gonna have to question because it's banned here in the TCG. It's not banned in the OCG, and because of how the situation is, they would legitimately have to ban Harpie fabrics in order for this card to kind of see the light of day. Also, the same thing global, but because of how both of these monsters effects work, yeah, I don't think the TCG is gonna get this on anytime soon. I mean, I'm not surprised that it's unbanned in the OCG because it's like that's the OCG. But here, yeah, it just has way too many broken setups for itself, and yeah, yeah, it does not look pretty for it. But hey, you know, more power to you, more power to you, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would honestly um, like to see this go. They like to see some flow to it. Especially considering the fact how good this monster is. It's a tuner. It's a free summon. Yeah, this thing's gonna be crazy. But that kind of just brings me to the end of the video. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about the additional cards coming? Do you think we'll have the chance to see some of these cards come to TCG? Because you know how the TCG gets when it comes to structure deck reprints. They can be very stingy. Do you think we'll get them? Do you? And if we do, would you consider playing it? So let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you guys can be informed of when I do upload more content. Don't forget to hit me up on social media. I have links there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. And HPJ signing out. Take care.